Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here and I'm so excited to share some pieces of my home that I have decorated for the Christmas holidays. I asked on Instagram if you guys wanted me to capture some of my home decor for the holidays and you all said yes. So here it is. I'm going to take you through a couple nights of decorating. In the past, I love to dedicate like an entire weekend to decorating the inside and outside of our home, but life has just been quite unpredictable lately and I've had to do it over the course of a few nights because I always want to decorate the Christmas tree with Shay, and then some of the other things that like he will do the outside lights and I will do some extra inside stuff, but our schedules have not coincided and our outside stuff is actually not up yet, and I'm not sure if it is going to get up until we get back from Mexico, and I feel like that's just too late to release this video. So I'm going to show you what we've done so far. I've pretty much decorated everything in-house that I want to decorate, unless I find a few like newer items when I'm out shopping, then I may pop those on my Instagram, but I'm pretty well fully decorated inside my home. And I should also say a few things. So, you know, there's a large population of people who are, you know, tearing down their Halloween decor and putting up their Christmas stuff November 1st. That is me. That is I am that person. November 1st was actually when we put up our Christmas tree. And the reason we did it on November 1st, like usually I'm just excited for the holidays and like I love the like lights on the Christmas tree and I just love the ambiance of your home when it's decorated for the holidays. So I want to be in that like holiday cozy feel as much as possible. But also November 1st was quite literally the only night that Shay and I both had off for like over a week and a half. Like we just had the past Sunday evening together, and that was the first evening basically until we leave for our trip that we've had together. So I'm glad we put the tree up when we did, but I know there's another large population of people who like to wait until after Remembrance Day, and I respect both options of whoever you are and whatever preference you have. But based on our timelines and our schedules, it just kind of lined up that the first night, which was November 1st, Shay and I got to set up our Christmas tree, and then I've kind of just been poking away at it over like 4 or 5 different days since then, because life has just been very, you know, chaotic, and that's okay. So I didn't have the opportunity to dedicate an entire day. So when you see the footage in this video, it's going to be from a few different days. You might notice I'm wearing different outfits or like the lighting is a little bit different. It's because it's from different days. And I tried to do some filming while I was decorating, but then whatever I didn't film while I was decorating, I've went around. I'm going to talk you through some of the items that I have, where I got them from, how I like to style them, and all those good things. So the way in which I like to decorate in my house is very neutral and basic, and I love that because I set my tree up so early, and then I feel like it's more of like a winter tree versus like a traditional Christmas tree, and that's just my vibe. So on my tree, you're gonna see, I'll put a clip in a minute here, I have very little color, and it's the way I feel like most cozy. And I also feel like if I had more of a traditional tree, like the red and greens and things, I might not put it up as early because it doesn't feel like necessarily like Christmas tree. It feels like a winter tree. And that's just the vibe that I prefer to go with. A question I had this year was, do I buy new holiday decor every year for my home and for my Christmas tree? And the answer is no. This Christmas decor I have on my tree, I've had for the last 4 years in this house, maybe even some of them may even be for 5 years that I've had. And then prior to that, I have one other set. They're just 2 very different sets of like decor. The one that I have now is very like neutral, that like organic type of modern look. And then the other set is when we had our house in Millbrook, and the color scheme was like dark gray and like silvers, and that just is a little too dark in my own home right now. In our old house we had like gray walls and it all just kind of matched. So I still hang on to those ornaments because there was probably a time where I will either have another tree I want to toss some of those ornaments on, maybe I can donate them, or I might just like feel like that comes back in style for my own personal style. and I can use them again. So I don't buy new ornaments every year. However, I do try to buy something every year to add to my collection. It's not that I buy, Garland every year and things like that. I have been adding to my collection over the last 4 years of being in this house. So I will show you some of the new items that I bought this year. And yeah, I obviously try to repurpose things, and some things I use, like some decor, because it is neutral, I try to use like for spring decor and fall decor for like different types of like florals and different types of vases. I reuse that so that I'm not constantly buying decor. So let's take a quick little tour around my house. Let me share some of my decor. Maybe this will lead some inspo to you, but I also will show you some things that I think are really like a staple for me in my decor, because I feel like they are like timeless pieces. So let's get into it. All right, first up, we need to put all of this fall decor away. Fall is, my favorite time of the year. I love that transitional, cool temperature type of weather, but I am ready to see this go and transform into Christmas. So I'm just showing you some of the areas in my home that I would typically decorate. So my mantle, these ledges, my tables, my entryway, my railings, and we're just freshening everything up. So cleaning it off, removing everything, and getting going. A little love from Heartbeat. This is in my center hallway as well. So time to get all of these things done. And I even decorate my bathroom. Some people might call me crazy, but I spend a lot of time in my bathroom. So it's time to go. Here is our living room. We're going to start by getting in the vibe, fireplace on, some nice background music, and of course our favorite wine. So Caroline's is actually our favorite winery. It's from Niagara, and a coworker introduced me to their plum wine. So this one is the cranberry. It's more of like a dessert wine, like not as sweet as dessert wine, but it is a sweeter, fruitier cranberry white wine. It is just to die for. So we bring this out for special occasions, which would be tonight. We're going to start with the Christmas tree because Shay and I are very limited for time, and this is the most important thing that we set up together. So the Christmas tree. Anyone who's close to me knows that the deciding factor of what Christmas tree to buy a couple years ago was one of the most stressful situations of my life. But I ended up going with the one from Costco, and I cannot stress enough, this was the best decision for the Christmas tree. I went to Michael's, I went to Home Depot, and I know that there's a viral Christmas tree on Home Depot right now, but I'm telling you, this one from Costco is stunning. It's full. It has both the pine and the real feel tree-like branches. It has this gorgeous, gorgeous, warm light glow. You can put colored lights on, but that is not happening in our house. Maybe when I'm not home, Shay does that, but it's definitely a no for me. It's a 7.5 foot Christmas tree, and I think we paid $4.99 for it. This year, I think they've increased it to $5.29, I believe, but I've not had one single branch fall off, and this has maintained its fluffiness for like the last 3, I think we've had it actually 4 years now. And I love it. I love it so much. I love the way it lights. I love, again, the branches. I love how full it is. So yeah, I love it so much. Okay, decorating. I am going to tell you my absolute favorite ornaments are these like traditional, maybe old school, but they are the Mercury balls. And you can't get these very many places. The only place I've been able to find these is Winners. And actually my mom has given me some, but I know that she bought them at Winners because I am my mother's daughter, and that is where she shops and that is where I shop. But I just feel like the Mercury bulbs are so gorgeous when the lights hit them. And I also do feel like they are a timeless Christmas ball. And some ones that I've had in the past I find are break, or they look so thin and cheap, and my dogs hit them with their tail and they fall and smash. And these Mercury ones are much thicker than an average Christmas ball, and I just, again, love the look of it. I think that it's very versatile to go with like the golds or the silvers. Like it's a really easy type of color that can just blend with any other color. And I love the Mercury look so much. These ones are actually the gold ones. I got these from Winners, the Balsam Fir brand, and these are like a crack gold, and then they also have a gold sparkle one. These ones are also from Winners. These are from my mother. And then these are just about the only color you're gonna see on my tree. Again, these Mercury balls, I think they just look gorgeous, and they just fit really well. And then here is Shay presenting me with a Christmas tree ornament that he got when he was really drunk on the back deck this past summer, and it took a very long time for this ornament to get to us. So I just couldn't help but laugh because he started with, "This is the package I couldn't tell you about, but you can finally open now." And I opened it, and it's this cute little family Christmas ornament that I would have never purchased myself, but I love the thought, and I love that Shay put the girls on there. Okay, let's do a full overview of the tree. So these are those gorgeous Mercury balls that I mentioned. These are the small ones and the larger ones. I like choosing multiple sizes, obviously, to fill, bigger holes and whatnot. So I just love them. I love the look of the Mercury. Anyways, other ornaments that you will find on my tree to fill the larger spaces are these wooden snowflakes. And I actually purchased these from the dollar store about 4 years ago. And they were just this piece of wood. And I had Shay drill a hole in the top, and then we just put some twine through it. So I love how big those are to fill up the space. Again, that nice winter natural type of look. And some other ornaments I have on my tree are these paper ornaments. And at first I thought they were so ugly, and then I realized how much I love them. They're also so compacted, but the texture and thickness of these make them hold up really well for some reason. Anyways, I picked these up at Ikea, and they were pretty inexpensive. I think I got like 2 packs, and I think both packs, I think they were like $3.99 each, and multiple different shapes, bells and balls and ornament shapes, but I really like the different texture that adds to the tree. Another thing that I purchased actually at Ikea were these gold snowflakes, and I think I got 6 of them in a pack, and I think they were $1.99. So don't sleep on Ikea, friends. They have got some good stuff there. So this is a full overview of my tree. Oh, I should probably mention my tree skirt. I've had several people ask. I bought that at Yisk like 6 years ago, but they've brought it back every single year. So it's this rattan type of tree skirt, and it was only $35 when I bought it. Anyways, here is an overview of my tree. Again, more of those neutral winter, cozy, warm colors in here, which I absolutely love. And again, a teeny tiny pop of color. Now it's just me. I picked this up at the end of August this year, okay? I got it from Winners. It's the Balsam Fir brand, and this is the Real Feel Pine wreath. I love this type of real feel textured garland and then the wreath. I love this so much. I love the look of it. I think it looks full. I think it looks real. I love the soft touch feel. So I bought this actually at the end of August. It was $24.99. And as soon as I saw it, I said, I want that on my island. So put on the island, and in the middle of it was actually this outdoor like candle holder that I had gotten from Home Depot in the summer, and we had it on our deck all summer long, and we just had lights in it when we were sitting out there. So I just put one of the LED candle lights in here, and then added a few pine cones, and I use these pine cones in the fall as well. These are ones I just picked, and I just keep repurposing them. So this is my kitchen island centerpiece, and I'm just adding candles because you can never have too many candles on your island or just like in your home in general. So underneath is just some wooden snowflakes, and then I just topped some basic candles on top. And I want to give a shout out to Samantha Ann Co. I picked this set up last Christmas at her shop in Norwood. I'll leave those details in the link below, but I don't know how I did not know about these before then. So it's a wick trimmer, and then I don't know what they actually call that other thing, but it puts the candle out and it helps to like preserve the wick. So I love it so much. I use it all the time. So shout out to Samantha Ann Co. You can get them other places, but I really loved the matte black look. Now moving on to my front entryway, I kind of keep it basic in here because there's always stuff that lands in this spot. So these are just some like cute little trees I picked up at Ikea a couple years ago, but I've seen them come back multiple times. These wooden snowflakes that I showed you that were also on my island, I actually picked these up at the dollar store like 2 years ago. I don't have much luck at the dollar store when it comes to Christmas decor in my personal preference, but these I've used every year and I love them so much. And then this is my hallway to the bedroom, and these little white porcelain village-like structures are one of my favorite purchases ever, solely because they are made by Martha Stewart. Something you should know about me is if it's got Martha Stewart's name on it, I will buy it. I will go there. I love that woman. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I like grew up watching her on TV, but I love everything that she puts out. So these are made by Martha Stewart, but I bought them at Winners, and I think they were like $10 a piece. The church, I think, was maybe like 15, but the other houses were only 10. And they do have LED lights in them that can light up as well. Moving on to the bathroom, I just threw a couple little trees in here because, as you know, I love soaking in my tub, and I just want to add a little festivity in here as much as I can. Our mantle. This is probably the most important piece of decorating for me because I love sitting here. So similar to that wreath I showed you earlier, that real tree type, real feel garland, that is what this is as well. I bought this one at Winners as well. The brand of this one was Aspen Brand, and I bought it last year. And I just love it so much. I love the look of it. I love the way it lays. And then these are just like random little pieces from like a very, very old wreath that I had. And I just cut them off as like filler pieces. So there's a little bit of silver sparkle in there and these silver balls that match the silver bells that are on this garland. So I just wrap those in there to fill it. These little snowflake balls, they're on the mantle because Huntley likes to pull them off the tree. So I just add them on here while I can. And then, of course, as I mentioned, I love that cozy, warm ambiance feeling. So I have a ton of LED lights. I actually bought a pack of them at Costco several years ago. Like I want to say 6 or 7 years ago, but they come back quite often. Okay, next up are these stockings. These are stockings I actually purchased last year. Before I get to the stockings, you should see these wooden little letters. These are also from Samantha Ann Co. I ordered them last year, I think. Maybe it was the year before. Anyways, they're beautiful little wooden pieces that I put on Shay in my stocking. And then these stockings are from Winners. And these I was seriously on the hunt for all last year in these two colors. So it's like this brown Sherpa, and then this one is a cream Sherpa. And these ones are for the girls. So I also have these other wooden ornaments for Huntley and Harper. I don't know where these came from because my sister and my mom found this wooden maker up north. However, my sister, she does a lot of beautiful woodwork and she's done tags for pets and for stockings as well. So I'll leave that in the comment below. So this winter pitcher I got at Winners for like $10 on clearance, and I just love that it was winter-like and not super Christmassy. So this is just on a ledge in our living room with a few extra decor items like some greenery. These are all like Winners things. Okay, next up, this is a purchase that I made this year. Again, I'm sticking with that theme of that real tree feel, real look garland. And this was a pretty penny, but I am very happy that I snagged it because it's not easy to find this type of material, but when you find it, you find it. I also just like stick random little branches in here to fluff it up and to add different texture. But anyways, back to this garland. I really, really like this. This was a 20-foot garland and it was $89.99, which is quite expensive, but I have never had garland like this for my banister, so I knew when I saw it that I would have it for a long time. So I absolutely love it. This bell is one that I found at Winners a couple of years ago. Actually, I think it was last year because Joe actually picked it out, and it was more or less just to keep her entertained. So you can get these bells anywhere. But I love the copper look, the wooden beans. It just like looks really nice on like hanging anywhere. So yeah, this garland, if you find it at Winners or anywhere that's that real tree feel, I highly recommend it. It doesn't shed, so you're not getting like little pieces of that green plastic pine everywhere. And it just looks, you know, more authentic, I guess, instead of the real deal. So I just wrapped this around the banister twice, and then I tied it down with zip ties. I need to kind of fluff this up to hide some of these zip ties, but so this is a 20-foot garland. Again, I got this at Winners. It's the Aspen brand, and it was $89.99. And last but not least, my kitchen table. So this red and cream runner I bought, this was the very first Christmas item I bought from Winners. So I probably bought this 6 years ago and I still have it. So it has these little nice bells on the end. I wish it was a little bit longer, but I love the classical look of it. And then I just threw a couple random candles on here. I've had this candle forever and I only burn it on special nights because I love that it says Merry, but like I just don't want to burn all the time. I want to preserve it. And then this item is actually something that Shay bought this year. He has been trying to find like the perfect snow globe and one that I approved of, and this was it. Okay, that is my home decor for the holidays of 2023. Hopefully this wasn't weird content, and hopefully my home and decor is not too boring. Again, I just love that like natural, organic, like homey, neutral type of base when I'm decorating. And I also am very much a homebody. Most of you know that. I spend most of my time at home when I'm not at work. So I really want to create a space that makes me feel calm and makes me feel like cozy and happy. And so having decor that has that feel is really important to me. And I also don't like to have a ton of things that are very distracting to me while I'm like working from home or trying to relax. And for some reason, I find that bright colors just draw my attention right to those things. Like I look at my Christmas tree right now and all I can see is those red bulbs. So I will probably take those red bulbs off literally Boxing Day, and keep my tree up for a little bit longer to enjoy like the lights and that like beautiful ambiance in your house of like that just relaxing, cozy warmness. And yeah, anyways, I hope you guys get some inspo for decorating your home. And again, this is like content I've never filmed or never thought to share, but I do really like creating that natural home, relaxing, calm environment for myself at least. So maybe this can also give you some inspo for your house. I should also say our outside lights, they're not up yet, as I said, but they will be going up probably back from Mexico, and you can bet your bottom dollar that those lights are going to be white. Shay has begged me to get colored lights, even just like a little color figurine, and that's just not me. Maybe, you know, if my niece comes around and wants colored lights or like some type of fun thing on the front lawn, I would do that for her, but like for my everyday, it's just not me. It's just not my style, and I just feel like because that's not my style and I don't love it, it would just not be worth the investment. I'd rather put that towards something else in my home that gives me that cozy, like sweet, nice, warm feeling. So the neutrals. Anyways, that is for me to decide because it is my home, but you do what you do. And if you prefer to do all the colors and all the traditional, I love that for you. And I love that vibe for you and your house and your energy and all your surroundings. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up here. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Maybe I will do like a on decorate with me for the holidays and like show you how I spruce up my home and change my decor out for the spring. Let me know if that's a video you would like to see. It's much more basic for spring for sure, but I do bring out a lot of like different plants and greenery, and I try to bring in some new plants to the house. Anyways, we'll talk about that in another video, but if that's something you're interested in seeing, like this video and I will know that you'd like that, or drop a comment, whatever you'd like. And if you're new to this channel and this is the first video you've seen, subscribe so you're notified as soon as a new episode is released. And if you want to check out any of my other videos, then go pop over to my channel in this little circle icon over here. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you guys so much again for being here. I appreciate it so, so, so much. And I will see you in my next one.